Namaste to all. Who is an Arya? There are several misconceptions about this word Arya. In fact, we have to understand that when we read Ramayana, there are some shlokas in Ramayana where Sri Ram was being addressed by Mata Sita as Arya. So Sri Ram was an Arya, and this is written in Valmiki Ramayana by Valmiki Muni. So you can understand, we all know that Sri Ram is a very, very great personality, and whereas he has been addressed as Arya, he has been addressed as Yogi, he has been addressed as Samadhiman, etc., etc. So Arya is a very, very pious word. In fact, the word Arya comes in the Vedas. Krinvantam Vishwam Aryam, etc. Arya means a noble person. And Arya is not restricted to any religion. It is not restricted to one particular community or society or caste or sect or creed, etc., etc. Arya is a universally acceptable word, and because of its deep meaning, it is transcending geographical boundaries. So it is universally not only acceptable, it is also applicable to everyone. So anybody, like example, a foreigner living in UK, if he follows Vedas in daily life, he is serving his Acharya, etc., he can put his surname as Arya. There is no restriction. And Arya does not, like, for example, if my father has a surname Arya, I also put surname Arya, but then I do not follow the Vedas. Then in the eyes of learned of Vedas, in the eyes of Almighty God, I cannot be an Arya. Just by putting a surname Arya, we cannot become Arya. We have to understand that. In fact, Nirukta Eskamuni says, Arya Ishwarasya Putraha means Arya means son of Almighty God. In fact, Rigved says, Sanaha Piteva Sunave Agne. Sanaha Pita Eva. God is like our father. However, God says, we have to understand in Vedas very clearly that one who is virtuous, one who is pious, one who is polite, one who is non-violent, one who is obedient, is actually entitled to be the real son of Almighty God. A father will be happy when his son is a good person. A father will not be happy when the son is a bad person, right? So similarly, God will be happy when we are noble people, when we are pious people, when we really become Arya. So for us to become Arya, we have to really strive very hard to become divine person or godly person. That's why Sri Ram was called as Arya. From the perception point of view, it could be like very difficult. We cannot become an Arya. It could be perceived like that, but we have to understand it could be difficult, but it is not impossible. When we strive very hard to adopt Vedas in our life every day, and when we try to break the obstacles in our life, we will surely become Arya one day. And a person who believes in Almighty God, who believes in the Vedas, who believes in the divinity and the power of Almighty God, and tries to imbibe all the noble qualities mentioned in the Vedas, then he becomes Arya. Rigved says, Arya Jyotir Agraha means the Arya is a person who leads with the light. The Arya is a person who not only lights his own path, but also lights the path for others, shows the path for others. And Rigveda says, Arya Vrata Visrajanto Adikshami means Aryas are those people who try to inculcate the truth, who try to inculcate the Vedic Dharma in their life, who try to inculcate non-violence, who are pure Shauch, Santosh, etc., who try to inculcate all these good habits in their life. In fact, Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati says in one of his books, Sreshta Guna Karma Swabhava Yukta Manushyaha Aryaha means Arya is a person who is noble in qualities, who is noble in his deeds, and who is noble even in thinking and by his nature. That person is called as Arya. In fact, Aurobindo Ghosh, a great Vedic philosopher, he told that the word Arya expresses a particular ethical and social ideal, an ideal of well-governed life. Candor, courtesy, nobility, straight dealing, courage, gentleness, purity, humanity, compassion, protection of the weak, liberality, observance of social duties, eagerness for knowledge, social accomplishment, etc., etc. There is no word, he writes, there is no word in the human speech that has a nobler history. This is what Aurobindo Ghosh speaks about the word Arya. In fact, the Arya is a person who strives and overcomes all outside and inside hurdles that stands opposed to human advancement. An Arya is not a person who will believe in blind faith. An Arya is a person who does not believe in superstitions. Arya is a person who always follows the commandments of Almighty God from Vedas only. And Vedas do not believe in superstitions, unscientific things, etc. That we have to understand. An Arya is a person who seeks truth in everything, who tries to do everything right as per the Vedic Dharma, and also tries to do it with freedom. So one Arya Samaj lady has beautifully written this sentence I am reading out for you. Arya is therefore an embodiment of all the noble, virtuous and human qualities which can embellish the human character and raise a person from the stratum of a social animal to the status of a human being. How beautifully written. In fact, it was in this context on the meaning of the word Arya, the Arya Samaj was formed. Of course, I am not from Arya Samaj. I just want to tell to my Arya friends about Arya, because many of my unfortunately many of my known contacts who are in Arya Samaj, unfortunately they do not follow Vedas in life. Means they do not do everyday Agnihotra. They understand, they respect Rishi Munis, they understand Vedas, they try to promote the Vedic knowledge, but they do not follow everyday Agnihotra. They do not do everyday name jap of Almighty God, which is very, very unfortunate. See, we have to always understand that Arya Samaj can sustain long time only when we adopt the Dharma of Arya in our life. Otherwise, Arya Samaj will be there only for namesake. So, the purpose why Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati formed Arya Samaj is because this will be like an assembly of noble people. This will be like an assembly of virtuous people. And this assembly of noble, virtuous people will untiredly work for the benefit of the society, and it will create a better society for the human beings. This is the main aim of Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati. So either we are, Arya Samaji or non-Arya Samaji, everyone should strive to become an Arya, because every Rishi Muni who lived before us, great people like Sri Krishna Maharaj, Sri Ram, etc., they were Aryas. They adopted Vedas in their life. And we also must strive to become Arya in our life. That is why I thought of making this short audio. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.